WALL-E is a fun movie many of us watched as kids, but did we ever stop to think about what it was really trying to tell us? Here's a quick rundown of the events of the movie. This movie starts by showing the Earth as a dusty and desolate place filled with heaps of garbage. WALL-E is doing his job cleaning and organizing the mess. Then a spaceship arrives carrying a new robot, Eve. She is searching for plant life. WALL-E falls in love with her and tries to impress her. He eventually shows her a plant he found and she shuts down, signaling the ship to come and pick her up. WALL-E follows Eve all the way through space to the Axiom. As he follows Eve through the Axiom, he causes chaos, making messes, causing traffic issues, and breaking people out of their relaxing life. When they reach the captain's quarters, the captain learns about the plant and how they can return to Earth.
Simply follow this manual's instructions to place the plant in your ship's holo detector, and the Axiom will immediately navigate your return to Earth.
He researches Earth and sees a lush, wonderful place, but Eve's memory shows dust and garbage. The captain realizes that the people aboard the Axiom need to stop living a passive life and return to help the Earth. The ship's autopilot Otto tries to destroy the plant because he was given orders to take full control of the Axiom and never to return to Earth because it was a hopeless cause. The captain fights back and eventually manages to turn Otto off. After the conflict, WALL-E is badly damaged, and Eve fixes him when the Axiom returns to Earth. The ending credits show us that the people were able to survive, and the Earth is eventually beautiful and restored. On the surface, it would seem that Otto was the villain of this movie, but he was just a machine, controlled by programming. The true villain of this movie is By and Large. By and Large was a company that had a monopoly on everything on Earth. In the article, WALL-E on the Problem of Technology, written by Sean Maddy, he talks about how technology made life so easy for the residents of the Axiom that they became helpless. Maddy writes in his article, "From food and clothing to energy and world banking, By and Large provided profusely, supplying human beings with nearly every product or service that they used. Eventually, due to overconsumption and a lack of concern for the environment, the Earth filled up with garbage. When the Earth's resources had been exhausted, By and Large moved everyone to space. They left WALL-E robots to deal with it, but it turned out to be a bigger issue than they expected.
Just stay the course. Rather than try and fix this problem, it'll just be easier for everyone to remain in space. Go to full autopilot, take control of everything, and do not return to Earth. Repeat, do not return to Earth."
Maddy writes, "To By and Large, humanity's problem of how to live on Earth is a technical, not a moral or civil matter. It was too difficult or took too much money, so By and Large decided it wasn't worth it to help the Earth or care about environmental issues. By and Large wanted to keep everyone in space to keep their power." In WALL-E, By and Large renders humanity helpless with their technology and conveniences, showing how damaging a life disconnected from reality can be to free thinking and action. One issue the people on the Axiom had was that they became helpless and dependent on their robots and technology. In his article, Maddy writes, "Machines and other technical means liberate us from necessities and likewise remove us or allow us to remove ourselves from attachment to particular families, traditions, communities, and locations. Yet our discernment is increasingly impaired as we choose to experience reality ever more artificially through inventions that mediate between us and natural beings, including ourselves."
I didn't know we had a pool.
In other words, increased technology made their lives much more convenient, but at the cost of real experiences and connections with others. As people use technology more and more, they remove themselves from reality, which can make life easier but less fulfilling. The people on the Axiom had everything they could ever want, which should have satisfied them, but it just created a need for more. The people in WALL-E started out on the Axiom as average, healthy humans, but as the years went by in space, they became more reliant on By and Large products. Technology, automation, and dependency break down action and critical thinking, which removes autonomy. But WALL-E comes along and breaks people out of their trance and brings them back to reality, mentally and physically. He is the spark that the captain and a few other characters needed to begin thinking and taking action.
I can't just sit here and do nothing. That's all I've ever done. That's all anyone on this blasted ship has ever done. Nothing!
On the axiom, you will survive.
I don't want to survive. I want to live.
By thinking and taking action, the people of the Axiom were able to work together and go back to Earth. They returned to Earth, where they learned and worked hard to create a new, successful civilization on Earth. While there is nothing wrong with enjoying technology, sometimes we take it too far. Many of us are addicted to our phones and the conveniences of technology, and they can even isolate us. We also tend to be overconsumers and wasteful with what we have. It is so easy to relax and enjoy the conveniences of modern life, causing us to become passive and easily controlled. Because why would we question anything if it benefits us to ignore the problems? We have to break out of this cycle by thinking and acting rather than allowing others to control us, just like the people on the Axiom. In WALL-E, this control was represented by a large corporation, but any greedy entity with power will try to keep it by suppressing others, or sending them all to space. WALL-E shows us that while technological advances can be beneficial and convenient, they can impair our critical thinking skills, ability to take action, and even our freedom to make our own choices.